TV besties, I am mentally drained from Teen Mom Family Reunion at this point. Like, it's beginning to be, it's just a lot. So just sitting, just watching, I can only imagine what some of the moms and grandmas were going through, having to endure and sit through this world of a shit show. This this episode definitely proved that Ashley is definitely, the common denominator, and their trauma and their challenge, what they challenge with, was definitely brought out when they had the exercise with Coach B last week. And so to see it as well play out, again, we're seeing we're seeing the why this is what y'all do. And then just to see y'all basically bear that naked to the world, and then y'all not even realize that y'all are back in the situation. While it's hard to see, it happens like that all the time. When you're starting to be self-aware, and when you're going through that journey, and you're starting to recognize, those traumas and those things that's going on inside, it kind of it takes a while. It can take it a second or two for you to really start to get aware and check with yourself when those traumas or those triggers are starting to happen, and those old behaviors are coming about in a way. It literally, I'll say this. I can understand why Roxanne is okay. First off, I just realized I'm going on in and I haven't even talked. I haven't even introduced myself. Hey y'all, what's good? I'm your girl Ash. Stick around for a bit. Don't leave. Stay on. You gotta catch the end of this video. We gotta talk about it. You wanna follow my TikTok? Catch that short little recap that we got going on. Yeah, all the socials, all my business, all my good stuff is down in the description below. I want you to go ahead and bang the bell so you can be notified when these videos are dropped. So of course, to do that, you're gonna have to subscribe. So do that, like this video, give it thumbs up so we can get this video pushed out to more people like you who are going to enjoy this type of content. So getting back to the situation at hand. So it literally, I can understand her being upset. Now, what really made me mad, though, is when Brianna was like, oh, well, it didn't have to get this far. It didn't have to go here. You're right. Your mom was able to express herself, and I knew this is what triggered T and what made her go off, because I allowed you to speak and have your say, and you want an apology and you want me to address my daughter's behavior, but you don't even give me the time to. When it's my turn to speak, you say you don't care. I don't mean to put, making things worse, or, basically it was like she don't care, you didn't want to hear it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Excuse you? Excuse you. And regardless of where we felt it was going to be a defense or an excuse, because at that point, once they're having it out and then they're separated, it's getting more egged on. Kate's mom is, clearly, likes T, and, her and T have been, she's been hanging on to T, kind of tight. And at the same time, kind of, embarrassing Kate with her behavior. And they're flicking Brianna and Roxanne off as they're in the house and they're outside. It was just like guys, I could understand Cheyenne's mom, at this age, this is what y'all are still doing. At my age, when to be fighting, I'd be like, this what we do? This really what we're doing? Even if you don't even have kids, you still scrapping with bitches and breaking nails and doing all this most at the age that we at. So being 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, and we are acting a whole fool like this, it's yeah, I'm too old. My knees won't let me do it. I'm having an issue with my knee now, y'all. I'm my age is really showing already. I'm not ready, okay? I'm not ready for that. So yeah, y'all. So they separate them. Of course, everybody's still hot up on it. You know, Jade and her mom are clearly, on side of Brianna and them. Everybody else is kind of like being neutral. But also, we can go ahead and address, the situation with Kaya and Kaya's mom. And it did seem like a little bit like, T clearly might have been being dishonored, because here there was proof that clearly, yes, you are clearly jumping in to protect your daughter, and you're coming at these girls. And no, when really, if all of y'all just need to stay out of it. And I get it, it's rough, because it's like y'all are already being attacked by so many other people on the outside of this, and y'all have to literally, y'all moms have to protect y'all from each other, your own castmates. Like, if that's not, like, we're clearly not all going to get along, but just, I mean, dang. And so, of course, Brianna and them, that they see that they're talking to Kai, like, oh, Kai is next, bye, bye, bye. While things might have gotten heated and Kaya might have gotten upset, they were actually sitting there having a dialogue, having a conversation, something that you guys were not able to do. So to go in trying to make that negative and whatever, at the end of the day, they were able to squash it. But I definitely feel like everything built up has just shown from the last episode up until this episode has showed that clearly Ashley's the issue. Unfortunately, as much as I love her, she's the issue. And when everything went down, I think it's only just going to make sense that Ashley and them are going to be the ones to leave. Simply because at this point, that spitting, that for me, that's a whole nother level. And yeah, just on that alone. And then kind of like at this point, y'all are the main aggressors. Everybody's like, if anything, y'all need to be the one that's separated. But anywho, things had, calmed down. Things ended up getting re-escalated because what had happened? Yes. They're in the kitchen and Roxanne bumped her. Roxanne clearly bumped her. You can kind of see whether it was the actual bump or a brush, which it may or more but have been. Either way, she basically didn't do anything. She didn't do anything to not try to avoid brushing her or possibly even bumping her. Clearly, you can see that. And just like I said, I'm not going to say excuse me. I'm not going to say excuse me. Like, clearly it's given, like, I think what it is, like, no, like, I'm not going to say anybody's acting any worse than the other, because everybody has had their level of growth, but nobody's actually grown up. Nobody's above the things that they used to do. Because if this was the case, then I'm not going to sit here and clearly, like, you're there. I can act like you're there, but that doesn't mean I'm going to literally walk past you like you're a freaking ghost. Like, you're not going to feel that if I walk past you and brush you. Like, let's be grown. Y'all already in the same space. You could have walked a different way, or you could have just slid by her to avoid actually touching her. Like, everybody has their level of petty, basically, and both of them have a level of accountability that they both could have played. They could have had avoided this escalating to as far as it did. So the moment, basically, everybody's in defense of their mama. You're not going to talk to my mama. You're not going to talk to my mama. Bye, 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 bye. Brianna's up on the table. And Ashley's just like, oh, you want to spit on somebody? Well, bitch, now I'm going to spit on you. I get it, but sis, no. I can't get it like that. I'm just ready, honestly, y'all. I'm ready to. It's draining, and I'm ready to move past it. It's not over. I definitely don't think it's over. It clearly wasn't over. It played out into further, episodes. It's played into the next chapter. It played into the next chapter reunion. I don't know if this is going to have a reunion of the family reunion. Ultimately, with everybody seeming to be coming together now, and being in close but basically the show now, all the moms are basically under one umbrella under the show, them doing more things together. It's only a matter of time. I'm believing that eventually they're going to part ways with. I'm definitely for sure it's probably going to be Ashley. I'm for sure at this point Ashley will be the one. I think they're going to end up parting ways with, because it's just going to be too much, too weird, and just too much going on for them to do stuff. And then yeah, I'm predicting that. And y'all let me know down below what y'all thought of the episode. What do y'all think of the castmates? Who's gonna leave? Who's gonna be able to stay? And then overall, do you think any of these castmates are going to end up is the producers going to end up basically firing, somebody? So after this, hopefully we can get to some positivity. Because yeah, at this point, like, all right, we've seen it, like, as much as, yeah, I just feel like everybody could have handled and could have took their part in a better way. And that's how we're going to play that. Again, y'all let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.